Everyone, welcome to another episode of Daily Energy. I'm your host, Aurea Eden. The day is Arijanu, Titwin Urfo de Fry. It is the 24th day of January. The day's energy today it's supposed to be one of friendship. But this energy today is kind of tricky because you might think your friends are just being funny acting today. That's because the day's energy is kind of conflicting. On one hand, it's like they're weighed down with inner concerns. And then on the other hand, they want to be social. So for those friends that have worked through their internal stuff, they're going to be social today. But for some, they might be a little standoffish and they might keep you at arm's length, especially if they don't know you that well. I'm good at it. I keep people, I let you in. No, I let you in. But it's different from letting you in here and then letting you get so close. I only keep a few people close to me. And this is because you don't know everybody's intentions for you or towards you until you know their intentions. So you have to really get to know that person, and you have to really and they have to get to know you. And if you keep them at arm's length enough, you're going to be able to see what they're doing with their hands. But sometimes if you let people get in too close too fast, you can't see their hands. So I get it. So you keep them at arm's bay and you're like, let me watch. You keep them at arm's length and you're like, let me watch. And that's exactly what you have to do today, because there's some tricky energy today. Because although we went into the day of friendship, we're still in the energy from yesterday and the day before, when I tell you that there is some dangerous, conflicting energy here today. And this energy could bring in, of course, disagreements for sure. So this is the energy that will still bring in fights, that will still bring in shootings, unfortunately. Although it brings in the glitz and the glam. We'll hear something about, Korean entertainment. It's more so entertainment to be highlighted. Maybe you see get some news about some of your favorite celebrities, but at the same time, this is kind of like fan energy. That's why I said celebrities, because celebrities at times, they have to keep people at arm's length, because you don't know who wants to come in to use you. And people often are opportunists, and everybody should be opportunist to some degree, but not to the degree that you don't respect people's boundaries, not to the degree that you show up to people's houses when you should not be showing up to their houses. Now, many of you don't do this, but I actually value and I respect everyone. And so I say that because Shamar, I like watching people seem to not get it. And I was watching Shamar, and some of you know who Shamar is. I was watching a video of his where he was talking about, people showing up at his house and basically making it kind of like he didn't want people showing up at his house, right? I can get that. Now, and the reason why I said I was trying to think of my baby's name, but I love watching people who a lot of people seem like they have given up on and seem like they don't understand, but God gives them a testimony like none other. You see, Shamar was just minding his own business, and then all of a sudden, he's an internet sensation. And I feel like the same thing with Krishan Rock. She's just being herself. And all of a sudden, she's an internet sensation. And why? Because notice what I'm saying. They're minding their own business and they're being themselves. And this is why I often tell you that you don't have to do anything different. You don't have to do anything like you don't have to grab outside of you in a sense that you have to try to be someone else. Just be yourself. And when your time comes, it's going to come. And so, but you got to set those boundaries. And that's what today's energy is going to allow you to do. For some of you, you're like, something don't feel right. You're going to get those gut feelings. I'm getting run today. And you want to go with those gut feelings because, like I said, today's energy, even though yesterday we were more prone to have things happen, today is one of those days. I'm telling you, unfortunately, I'm seeing run. And anytime I'm seeing run, although it might be a race, somebody running a race, maybe there's issues coming in about race. Unfortunately, this is what we experienced before. This is what we're going to experience again. It's going to feel like deja vu. So we're going to hear something in the news that's going to make us feel like it's deja vu and say, oh my goodness, it's happening again. When are we going to get past this? And the only way that we get past it is if we solve the problems. And because a lot of us want to be entertained, we don't focus on solving the problems because we're distracted by entertainment. Now, that's not a dig and that's not shade. That's just me telling you the truth of why it's easy for you to get hoodwinked and bamboozled. It's because you're clinging to the wrong things, the people, places, and things. And today, and over the next few days, people are going to show you who they are, who they really are. And in the words of the great Maya Angelou, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. She could have said, when someone tells you who they are, believe them. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. And I know, my babies, you got such a good heart because you are a kingdom tribe and you are chosen, that you got such a good heart that you want to give people the benefit of the doubt. But let me tell you something, baby. At some point, you're going to have to see that demon for the demon that it is, and the devil for the devil that it is. See, oftentimes you hear me talk about people that a lot of people might not highlight in their videos. You might hear me talking about Shamar and Krishan Rock and the people that are similar to me, those that are misunderstood. You see, I'm not talking about someone that is really wicked. I'm talking about people that are misunderstood because they're going through the processes to get to their progress. You might be one of those today that feel like you're misunderstood because people don't understand the process that you got to go through to get to your progress. They don't understand the weight that you carry. They don't know the vision that you hold. They don't hear you praying in your closet. And they don't hear you praying. They don't see, and I highlighted this about Krishan. And it's just something I admire about her. I just do. And I tell you, she reminds me of so much of myself because, believe it or not, when I was that firecracker they used to call me, I felt like she looks at times. You know, sometimes you could just, if you pay attention, you could just see it on their face. Confused, but yet hopeful. And I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of the progress that she's made. See, a lot of people, when I was watching some of the videos, a lot of people, they didn't hear the gospel music in the back. They didn't see the Bible on the table. You got to pay attention. See, I'm not in the habit of making the wicked good, but I understand that sometimes what you call bad is chosen, and sometimes what you call bad is good. Now, I'm not talking about that's bad wicked. I'm talking about the bad that people have labeled bad, but not really bad. People label them bad because of the judgments of others. Because only people who are close to them really know who they are and what they are about. Only people, see, a lot of y'all think I'm a witch. I mean, maybe not a lot of my regular followers, but a lot of y'all that are holier than thou think I'm a witch. You don't get it. But those that are close to me will let you know that I love God above and beyond the above and beyond. So much so that I will leave mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, cousin. You better know it. Like that. All he got to do is say leave and I'm gone. Leave and I'm gone. Because at some point you learn to listen. But you can't learn to listen when you love to be entertained. Because sometimes the entertainment is a distraction. I mean, try it for 1 week. Try to cut the TV off for 1 week and see how far you get ahead. Who was that doctor? I don't remember his name. But he's a doctor. I want to say he's a brain surgeon turned politician. And I watched a movie, and his mother basically got him to the point to where she said, no, TV's not allowed in my house. You're not going to watch TV. You're going to read books. And that's what he did. He started to read books and read books and read books. And if you know the name of who I'm talking about, go ahead and put it in the comments for me. But I know he's a doctor turned politician. And I should know his name, but it's early in the morning. And baby, when I tell you. But yes, so that is the energy for today. People are going to, your friends, try to understand that sometimes your friends need their space and they need their distance too. And it's not that they don't love you, baby. It's not that they're trying to be funny, but it's them trying to work on themselves. It's them trying to evolve. And that's how it ends up being, that people end up walking out of your life because they don't understand that. And the people that want to walk out, you let them go. You let them leave. Don't try to hold on to anybody. Don't try to hold on to anybody that's not trying to hold on to you. And don't try to reach out to anybody that's not trying to reach out to you, or have not, or you don't think will at some point in time. Why? Because they're not practicing the reciprocity. They're not practicing friendship. I need you. You need me. We're all a part of God's body. Stand with me. Agree with me. We're all a part of God's body. It is His will that every need be supplied. Okay, that might not be the words, but you are important to me. I need you to survive. That is the type a friendship you need. Listen, you are important to me. I need you to survive. I pray for you. You pray for me. I love you. I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you. I need you to survive. That's the type of friendship we need in this world. That when you start, I'm going to tell you, my friend, let me talk you up, Nicole. Let me talk you up, Teal. Let me talk you up, Bridget. Let me talk you up. Ev, let me talk you up. See, these are my friends, but the first three are my friends, I see you, Toya, but let me talk you up, y'all. That when I go through something, those three, Teal, Nicole, Bridget, baby, they gonna reach out. They gonna reach out. And the reason why I mentioned those three, now don't think that because I ain't mentioning your name that you're not my friend. But see, these are my friends that have rocked with me from the beginning. They rocked with me when I lost my mind, or you thought I lost my mind. You remember when I told you Shaniqua was dead? And I put the RIP sign up on the internet. And I said, RIP Shaniqua. And all of y'all gave me that drama, but you never ever called me. You never ever checked up on me. You never checked up on me, but you had a lot to say about what I did now. But those that checked up on me, Joe, that checked up on me, some of y'all checked up on me because y'all were my friends. Yeah, your friend is going to stay there, and that's going to rock with you, and they're going to check up on you. Lorraine stayed on the phone with me that whole time telling me everything. When I tell you, she stayed on the phone that whole time telling me what was happening. She said, girl, so-and-so said this. And girl, she said, girl, they just burning me up inside. They making me mad. They making me mad. And I said, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not worried about it. Because they didn't understand that, yes, I'm not regular. I'm not regular. Baby, I will leave mother, father, sister, brother, any other and cousin, okay? Any other and cousin to pursue the kingdom for the sake of the kingdom. See, I'm not want to talk about it. I might not live according to how you think a prophetess and how you think a seer should live. I might not be one of those that sit in the church house. I'm the one that goes out into the highways and the byways. I'm the one that demonstrates. I'm the one that lives it out. I'm the one that tries to be virtuous. You tell me that I should plant a seed, I'm going to go outside and try to plant that seed. You tell me that I should leave it all behind for the sake of the kingdom, because you said that those who love you will leave their mother, father, sister, brother, any other, and cousin. And because you told me that, I'm going to demonstrate that I'm not afraid to leave them. And when I left them, it was the ones that didn't understand that I have a calling on my life. And when God says ready, that's when I'm going to set. And I don't care if you don't get it. I'm going to set and I'm going to go. And this could happen just like this. But my real friends, they're going to be right there when I get back. They're not going to move. If they move, they're going to move in the spirit. They're going to move and clap their hands together, and they're going to pray. They're going to say, Father, I don't know what's going on, but I know that she's covered, and I know that he's covered, and I know that he's protected, because greater is you that is in than him that is out. I know that greater you have, greater for them to come. So I'm going to ask, and I'm going to intercede, just like I ask and intercede for you today, saying, Lord, Father, Holy Spirit within me, reach out and grab a hold to their situation. I don't know what's going on, but I know that somebody's going through right now. Somebody's feeling pain in the side. And Father, somebody couldn't get out of bed this morning, but I ask as the friend that you put your hands on them and you heal the bodies. And for those who believe right now, in the name and in the power that I have been given, I claim you are free and you are healed within. And that is what your real friends will do for you. I remember when Leandria Johnson, she went through her tough time of disappointment. See, some people that looked out, see, you got to learn to look at people. You got to learn to watch. You got to learn to look at people. And when you really look at people and you done been through some stuff, you can look at somebody else and say, oh, baby, I know what that's about. I was able to look at her and say, I know what that's about, because I've been there, done that. At some point, somebody disappointed her. And when you get to that stage, when you start to see people for who they really are, sometimes when you are a light of this world, sometimes that can be disappointing. Can be hurtful. And here, this energy is going to show you who people really are. Those people that have praised you and have basically said that they will never leave you. And honest and truly, although my friends that I keep close to me, they have never left me, and they call and check up on me to see how I'm doing. Although that's the case, there is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the spirit that I know that will never leave me and never forsake me. In the spirit. That's why I cling to spiritual things. That's why I cling to my Father. Before I had any friends, because I used to be a loner. I like some of you today, you find yourself being alone. That's why a lot of people don't really get to know you. You don't show them the real you because you're a loner. And so I used to walk by myself and talk by myself and even in the military, I would be walking and talking by myself, and people would be like, what's wrong with her? And I would go quiet oftentimes. But when I'm walking by myself, or to them, they see me walking by myself because they don't see them ancestors and angels walking with me. They don't see the Father and the Son walking with me. Even you right now, when you look at me, some of you don't see those in the room with me. And that's why I always tell you that when you think you're alone, baby, you're not alone. And when you stop trying to chase after entertainment, and you take some time for yourself today on this day of friendship, but at the same time, this day of spirituality, this day of rest, That's what the day is a day of spirituality. It's a day to go within and work on your internal self. And because the day falls on the energy falls on this day of friendship, your friends might think you're acting funny. But you're not acting funny. You're trying to become the best version of yourself. And the best version of yourself is the authentic version of yourself. And so that's what the energy brings in today. So at our worst today, we're going to be a little vain. There's going to be some that's a little vain today. So in the news, we might see something coming in about vanity. Okay, something might happen to where you see vanity. Think about the things that you see vain, and we're going to see that in the news. I'm also getting something coming in about the United Nations. We're going to see something about the United Nations. Yesterday I got the Soviet Union, and I want you to know that we're revving up to something. And you're being so distracted because you're thirsty for entertainment. Just like you were during COVID. You were so distracted. I tell you, when I first learned the name of the one that walked with me and that talked with me. Being a prophetess, you know I don't walk alone. That's what it means to be a prophetess. You don't walk alone. Someone feeds you information, and it's not worldly information. It is information that is for the kingdom and the kingdom's sake. It's godly information. And let me tell you, during that time when everybody was shut up in their house, I saw something in the clouds. I saw a cloud of something being sprayed. And when that cloud of something was sprayed, all of a sudden my internet stopped working on my computer. The computer just stopped working, and it reminded me of something that I seen in a vision. And I'm telling you, energetically, it's revving up to something. You might not understand what it's revving up to, but when I tell you that we're living in the times of revelation, and I tell you this is not play season, I really mean that it is not play season. That's why some of the biblical names that you heard in the Bible, you are seeing it now in this life, and it's not because they are not who they are. No, some of them with these biblical names, they are exactly who they are. Some of them are saints that are said to be rising up with Jesus at the time, the Christ at the time. And let me tell you one more thing about this Christ. Some of you think that Jesus, the one you call Jesus, although he is the Christ, he is the one that you are waiting for. Yes, he is the one that you are waiting for, but you are waiting for another, because it is going to be two coming together as one, and they're going to give birth to another, and that is the one being black, one being white, and the one that's coming is the one that's prophesied to lead you, the one that said, and a child shall lead them. And so you're talking about Christ the Son being born, and if you don't know, like I know, get to know. So some of you that think you're right might be wrong, and some of you already know that what I'm talking about is the truth. And I'm telling you this right now is because we're getting hybrid energy, we're getting biracial energy. I want you to know that some of you walking around like you're pure blood, looking down on others, but I want you to know you're much just like the rest of us. And if you don't know, you're a little bit of this and a little bit of that, because the world is repeating. This is a deja vu energy, and there's nothing new under the sun. That which was then will be again. Deja vu. Do you know what deja vu is? Deja vu It's actually a heightening of your intuitive gifts. I remember getting deja vu for a long time before I learned to sit in it. And it would just be like, man, I've been here before. I've been here before. So some of you are going to experience some deja vu today, to where you feel like you've been here before. And when you get that, it means that you are heightening in your intuitive gifts. I was getting so much deja vu, and it started to happen. This is why I call myself a seer. That one day I was sitting in church and I thought I was going crazy. And Teal can attest to this. I said, I had a deja vu, and I reached over to my friend Teal and I said, Teal, we were in drill team. You know what drill team is? Your left, right, your left, right, your left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, your left, right. I was also A-Rock in the military, but anyways, it's a military drill team. Is for the church, you know, it's for the kingdom. It's a drill team. Integrity first, service above self. That type of thing. So, but anyways, so it's really good for the children, because it really gave me some grounding. It helped me ground myself. But anyways, so I reached over and I said, Teal, I said, I'm going to tell you something. And I said, I don't want you to think I'm crazy, but I said, Tony, which was my drill team instructor, I said, she's about to say this, and then Shantae is going to respond this way. And it didn't happen that second that I said it would happen, but it happened the very next second. And Teal looked over at me, and I looked over at Teal, and both our mouths dropped. And that's when I knew. Now, when you get in the world, you forget all the things, magnificent things that God will show you about yourself. But you don't know this about yourself until you know this about yourself. You know, we go back to Moses, and you think about Miriam, Moses' sister, that actually was with him and walked with him when he got to his new family in Egypt. Okay, when his mom put him in that basket and floated him in the river to get to where he needed to get to, his sister followed him. But really, they say his mother put him in the basket, but really it was his sister. You don't know this, but I do. Because his sister was the seer. His sister was the one that knew what was going to happen before it happened. And because she had this gift that was undeniable, when she said it was going to happen, they knew to listen to her. That's Miriam. And that's the gift of Miriam. Because Miriam was a high priestess. Miriam, see, I'm taking you there, but follow me. This is not entertainment. This is the type of thing that you need to know, okay? Miriam, this is your history lesson that you don't get in your history lesson. Miriamne, Mary Magdalene, Mary Queen of Scots. They're all the same. All the same, just reincarnated. You don't believe what I'm talking about? Miriam was actually Mary Magdalene. Miriam, Moses' sister, aka was also Dinah, the daughter of Israel. You don't believe me? Do a history. Go through your history. See, you know, when they was scratching out names and wiping out noses in Egypt. Now you don't know because that history was scratched out. Just like you don't know who Moses really was. The history was like, I'm not going to let you find this out. They're too powerful. You don't even know that King Arthur was a real person and they scratched it out. This never happened. You don't know that angels still walk amongst you. This never happened. That's why they say that you're entertaining angels unawares. But anywho, this is the day of friendship, okay? But this is also the day of you getting to know more. So let me get into the energy for today. All right. So they're not acting funny. All right. They're becoming. Don't stay out too late. That energy still is here. Don't stay out too late, even though it's a Friday. All right. Let me say this is a Friday, but I'm picking up shootings. I'm picking up confrontations, conflict. Stay in your right mind. Carry your mace with you. Carry a walking stick. I don't care what you carry. Carry something, because people are something else. I'm getting animal attacks. You may see something about watch your surroundings, because it could be like a rabid animal. You know, we may see something about that on the news, like a rabid animal, something about animals, like an unkempt animal or something, you know. So this is a day to take care of your animals. Make sure they have what they need as well. Take care of those that can't take care of themselves. That energy is still here today. I'm also getting something coming in about grain and corn, registered nurses, Korean or Korea entertainment, something coming in. I'm getting aggression. So there's aggressive energy today. And so because of that aggressive energy, that's why I tell you what I tell you, that, you know, you might need to follow your friends that's doing what they need to do and get the memo. They say, let's stay in and watch a movie. Let's stay in and watch a movie. Let's not go out tonight. Let's do TikTok, YouTube, Facebook videos all night, drinking wine or something. Let's make some funny skits, but let's not go out to the club tonight. All right. So we got vain, insecure, and aloof. Okay, vain, insecure, and aloof. All right. You know, people. I talked to you yesterday about insecurity. And how, you know, the insecurity part comes from trying to be someone else and comparing yourself to others. If you don't compare yourself to others, you won't be insecure. Sometimes that's why you shouldn't strive to know everything. Sometimes that's not good for you, because you begin to compare. So you want to not compare yourself to others. You become jealous. You'll get jealous of your friend. This could be your best friend. You'll find yourself being jealous of your best friend when you start comparing your life to their life. But this is only because you don't know that like-minded people, they hang together, or they should. Because if you really look at your friends are going to have a lot of similar situations as to you. And if they don't, you might need to upgrade, because that means they're not striving, okay, for their betterment. They're not becoming. And some people, places, and things you're going to have to walk away from and be okay with that. Okay, because God is taking you somewhere. You can't sit back and wait on others. Now, I told you yesterday I would never leave you. Some of you that's pointed out that was pointed out to me. But at the same time, there was some of those that was with us, that got in the house with us. They let them demons and them vampires touch them, and they gave up on themselves. I will never leave you, but at the same time, I can't stay there. So if you tell me to go, I'm going to say I will never just leave you without good reason to leave you, because I'm not gonna stay back there when it's time to go and y'all not ready to go. I heard Miss Whoopi say that we work too hard for this here, and that may be true. But when you know you work too hard for this here, and you know this here is getting ready to burn, when it's time to ready, set, go, it's time to ready, set, go. Run is a word of the day. Run is a word of the day. So and because the trumpet has already sounded. And I'm not talking about the trumpet I talked about last time. I'm talking about, am I the only one that heard the trumpet? Is me and that little boy Jeremiah the only one that heard the trumpet that day? Because I heard it, he seen it. I'm telling y'all, I heard it, he seen it. And I heard it, and I heard it sounded like a trumpet. It sounded like a chime. It sounded like a something I've never heard before in my life. It was so unique, but it was so undeniable. And I saw, and I looked up, I could hear it. I looked up, and then he said, "Oh, look." He pointed where I looked and where I heard. And I immediately knew we were not in that room by ourselves. Okay? Am I the only one that heard? Did you hear the trumpet? That's why I said we're living in the times of revelations. And people don't even know it because they want to be entertained. So we may hear something coming in about fees coming up, about roadside fees, transportation fees, diesel powered vehicles may be highlighted in the news, bucket naked in the news. Lord. I rebuke the devil. Okay, this is not your time in the news. No, in the news over the next 1 to 3 days. Okay, watch your surroundings, because I'm getting something about like unkempt dogs, that type of thing. This could be some dog with rabies or some animal with rabies. Watch your surroundings, especially if you're like me and you live on a farm. Runaway vehicles as well, runaway vehicles, runaways. So we may hear something in the news about runaways. This could be runaway children, runaway crime. People, I heard that in the fire zone, there was a prison. So it could even be a prison breakout. So just make sure you're paying attention. I'm seeing a lot. The reason why I say this is a day of concern is because I got the word earn in the word of the day with ashes. So hearts go out to all of you that has just laid your loved ones to rest. So I send you my love and my condolences, my friend. I'm also seeing a disappearing act. So disappearing. So we're going to hear something that's just going to seemingly disappear, and it could have something to do to the runaway, but they're going to be looking for somebody that is missing. So we're going to see an increase in missing persons is what I'm seeing, because I'm getting runaway, disappearing, and earning ashes. And so it looks like some people might, this could be somebody higher up. This could be a celebrity, but it doesn't have to be. They just do a disappearing act. Some of your friends might, you might call them. They might not answer the phone today. And usually y'all go out, y'all hang out. Don't take that personally. Frequency, that wasn't a mistake. Frequency, deja vu. So frequency. So you want to work on your frequency today. Do a clearing if you know how to do a clearing. Cleanse your aura. If you don't know how to cleanse your aura, have someone to do it. You can reach out to me, and I'll work with you on that as well. But cleanse your aura. Carry crystals if you know how to carry crystals. If you know what to carry. That type of thing. If you have an infinite wand, you could use an infinite wand to do it. But, I have my little crystal bracelets that I keep on. If you need grounding, get you a hematite bracelet if you feel like you're flighty. But today is the day that I would say you can really take the hematite out and put you some amethyst on. You can put you some amethyst and some citrine on, okay? And that's going to help you reach some spiritual heights that you need to reach today, okay? Especially with the amethyst, all right? Or the sugar light, okay? Shungite, sugar light, okay? The more purple it is, the better it is. to reach for spirituality. Okay, so meditate today, write in your journal today, work on your internal self. And it's still, you can still hang out with your friends today if that's what you want. Y'all can just meditate and do yoga together. Okay, it's okay. Matter of fact, today is a good day to work out, just like yesterday was. So y'all could work out together, but work on your frequency, because I'm telling you that everything that I've been sharing with you has been energy, right? I read energy. And so all of the things, deja vu, we're able to pick up on that, not just because of the Akashic records, but we're able to pick up on it because it's energy. Like, we are energy. And believe it or not, all of us are intuitive. All of us. That's why you can know what somebody else got going on. And some of us are just more sensitive to the spirit than others. And so, frequency. I mean, make sure you're picking up and you're on the right frequency, okay? This might be something going on with the airwaves too, that we may hear about, as far as like, I don't know, this could have something to do with sound. Okay, I'm getting Euphrates River. And if you know anything about the Euphrates River, you know that that's in a prophecy. Euphrates River. And I'm picking up something going on at the Euphrates. And it's just like I told you about digging in Egypt. You're going to dig up on something that you never wished you would have never found. Keep digging. And you're going to mess around and find out that them curses, they're really real, because they didn't play back in the days. They knew who they really were, and they sent out them curses for those that wanted to dig up their bones. And you're digging up their bones, and that's why these spirits have unleashed. So I got Iraq. Something coming in about Iraq as well. So United Nations, Euphrates River, Iraq. Okay. All right. So I love you, my friends. Google one. Y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Understand your friends when they get quiet. They're not throwing shade. They're not trying to be funny. They're not trying to act funny. They're just trying to become. Now you can become with them. You can stick with them, stand by them. If not, go your way, let them go theirs. Okay? Even in relationships, it don't have to be a friendship. It could be a different type of relationship. I love you. Google one. Hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out. Bye.